Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend. And the theme for our assemblies this week is writing. So I came out into my garden to have a nice think about writing, and I actually found something that made me think all about writing, and it's this, and it's my book from being in year 3. And actually, as I looked through it, I was a bit surprised because I knew I wasn't very good at writing. Yeah, I could write a sentence, and I knew that it had to have a capital letter and it had to have a finger space and it needed a full stop at the end. And then I knew all about contractions and joining sentences with connectives. I knew all that kind of stuff, but actually I wasn't very good at writing stories. Even though I loved reading stories, I read lots and lots of stories, and I still love reading stories. Paddington loves stories as well, but I just wasn't very good at writing. And I thought, this is no good. This made me feel quite sad, actually, and it made me feel like I was the kind of person that, I'm no good at writing. I'm not a writer. And so I thought, how can I do my assembly about writing when I thought to myself, I wasn't really very good at writing when I was your age either. But then I had a little think, and I went through all my notepads and things. My friend bought me a notepad to help me write. It says my best fiction writing on my daily to-do list. That was something that I thought would help me, but it didn't help me. And then I came across this in my old cupboard. Okay, and I was going through it and I thought, yes. And it's a very old book, quite old, just dropping to bits really. This is my diary from when I was about 13 to 15. I kept a diary, and that's when I realised that actually I can write. I loved writing. I wrote down I'm not going to read parts from it because I think a diary is a very personal thing, but it told me that I could put my feelings down on paper, that I was able to write, and I really, really enjoyed writing in my diary. At first I wrote every day, but then as I got busier and I didn't have as much time, I just wrote maybe once a week. And the diary really helped me to realise that actually I am good at writing. I can write. And so I want you to have a little think about this, that a diary is a really good way of having a go yourself at writing, because writing is a really important thing, but it's not just about writing stories or poems. There's all kinds of things you can write. You might be writing using a computer. It doesn't necessarily mean handwriting, like in this diary that I did, but I enjoyed doing that. You might read diaries like Diary of a Wimpy Kid or The Diary of Anne Frank. A diary is a really good way to start your writing. But I'm not saying diaries are the only way to write. There are lots of ways that you can write and enjoy writing. It doesn't have to be a story. It doesn't have to be your extended write. It can be a report. It can be a recount of something that you've done that you've really enjoyed. Paddington and I went out for a bike ride the other day, and he wanted to write down all the things that we saw when we went on our bike ride. So I want you to have a little think this week. Think about the writing you've done. It could be diary writing. It could be a message that you've written or a letter that you want to post through your friend's door. It might be a piece of writing that you've done on the computer. Have a think. It could be a story, could be a poem. The list is endless. Have a think about all the things that you have done and that you've put into writing, and anything you want to share with us. It would be lovely to see your work. If you send it in to Mr. Slater, then on Friday we can celebrate all your wonderful writing. Okay, remember this. Words are very powerful, and please don't think just because you're not good at story writing that you are not a writer. Okay, have a good day, have a good rest of the week, and I'll see you tomorrow for my next assembly about writing. Bye. Say bye, Paddington. Bye.